Do you feel like, because we are a content addicted society, and that can work for us and against us. I feel like consumers are just, they're so desensitized to everything because it's just content. Whether you're watching YouTube documentaries, whether you're watching Reels, TikTok. As an artist, being in the content era of music, would you say that the content side is as important as the music now?
I think it's funny, like, you're asking me that because you look at somebody like me, like, I only have 200,000 followers as of today, right?
Right.
But I have a lot more records than niggas that have 1 million followers. And I think it's two sides of this shit. It's a side of, like, people that are entertained on Instagram and TikTok and shit, and, like, they have entertaining content. But then it's a side of, like, who's actually streaming.
Well, I think, too, like, I think a lot of the genesis of, like, people discovering Soak City was through social media, right? So it was like, I want to say, like, who were the early people who danced to it?
But see, okay, so it's like CJ Stroud, Storm,
Yes.
The Bar, like, etc., right? But the point I'm about to make here is this. People heard the song because of people dancing, not my face, not
Correct.
content that I did. Correct. Nowadays, bro, people won't have a fucking anywhere near a hit, right? But they'll go do like one of the mic videos,
and then people will see their face. Oh, yo, you're the dude. You're
right, and then you'll get 800,000 fucking followers, not 800,000 streams.
like
though.
that fat dude that looks like Peter Griffin. Do you remember that fat dude, that like the nerdy fat dude who dressed like Peter Griffin, the white dude who dressed like Peter Griffin on purpose, and he did the mic performance? I was like, I know that guy. I don't know what his fucking name is, but like you said, is the consumption of the product matching up to whatever virality you might have? Or because motherfuckers can be like, yo, I had a, on the radar freestyle that went crazy, which is great.
Yeah.
But it's like, are you converting to people going to consuming your shit or buying tickets to a show? Yeah,
these niggas, no, nobody's selling tickets. But I think that shit's gonna drop down because I think what's starting to happen and everybody knows this shit. Like, these niggas are, like, labels are signing these people and it's not doing anything.
Correct.
So, like, when shit like that happens, change always occurs. Now, how long that takes, but, I don't think it'll be like that because it doesn't make sense. And it's a wasted investment. Yeah,
and, like, honestly, if you're a label, unfortunately, it's like you're kind of like hoping like 1 out of 10 artists, if you're a major label, hits. If you can get like one, let's say you're Atlantic and you sign 10 artists and one of them's Cardi B. You're like, okay, well, Cardi B is going to make up for all the money we might have lost off.
Yeah, shit like that, keep the lights on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
and that's why I think I've had conversations with my team about this before. It's like, bro, imagine we would have had the traditional artists today that, like, every week another nigga blows up on TikTok because of a video or content, whatever, and then, like, has 500K in the first 3 months or 800K, whatever, right? But it's like, I could have been that, but we wouldn't have had shit or any records. And it's like, what's online motion without any records? Like, that's what pays the bills, bro. But nowadays, with artists becoming content creators, bro, they're fucking eating off just that.
This is true.
So it's like, I don't know. It's like, it's both sides. But I feel like with me, I'm one of the, like, I'm a unique case because I'm proving again and again that, like, bro, at the end of the day, music is what matters.
Right.
And until that changes, until it's like, nah, bro, if you're not doing this good ass content, you're not streaming. But until then, shit, I'm just gonna make good music. Like, cause take away social media, my shit's on the radio.
Well, I just saw you too. You did a speaking engagement in Phoenix. What was that about?
Man, that was like.
Are you gonna start doing more of that type of shit?
Yeah, I think it's this time I get into, like, who I really am and letting people know it's different sides of me. It's not just the music shit.
Right.
Because everybody sees the social shit and then, like, okay, has an opinion or talk shit or whatever they're gonna do. But then it's like, no, I'm over here too. You know what I mean? Like, because the other guys are, like, over there with all the bullshit, but, like, I'm over here making sure we straight on, like, the corporate side.
Right.
So then if all this shit collapse, I still could be that face that could represent, you know what I mean? Because it's like, who else going to represent black youth on that level?
Right. That's some crazy shit. That's real. Yeah. So it's like, yo, if the music goes away, like, at least I, like you're, like, that's the thing is, like, the name of your guys' company is High IQ, right? So it's like, just that brand in general is like, you should have something of merit to say. to
Right.
people that people can at least gravitate towards.
And I used to be like, damn, like, you know, big artists have like the label behind, like the label with the group or like whoever they hang out with and the
Right.
aesthetic and all this shit. Like that's the new thing. Like everybody has like a look or a feel, right? But then like me, I used to be like, damn, so like my aesthetic gotta give. But now I think about it, it's like, bro, how IQ is that? And it's bigger than what I wear. It's bigger than who I hang out with. Because a lot of niggas' aesthetics stop at their fashion or who they
Or
hang
who their
out
buddies
with.
are.
Right.
Right.
But me now, it's like,
Shout out to, hey, yo, that fucking Kendrick line where he was talking about Yachty. I don't give a fuck who you hang with. I was like, that's funny.
it's everything. It's
Yeah.
everything, bro. It's fucking everything. It's like the high IQ could be anything. It's not just one thing. And it's so much more to me than just music.
Yeah, I think that's true too. Is like a lot of fans, unfortunately, are very shallow, and so like they're like weirdly enough associating like your validation or how much they want to fuck with you based on who you're hanging out with, which is weird, but that's a thing.
I mean,
But you've kind of skated through that because you're just making undeniable hit records, so you don't have to worry about like being in these weird ass fucking studio sessions or being like the awkward dude. Yo, let's get a flick for IG. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, I don't even, bro.
yeah.
We not even in the mix for. Think about that, and that's not necessarily a good thing. Think about if I was though. Like think about how all these other guys. I'm not no names. You'll
Right,
know
for sure.
you'll know who I'm
Right.
talking about. How other guys are moved around. So like, oh, hang out with these guys
Yes.
for a minute. Hang out over here.
It's
meet
just
these.
super weird, dude. It's
Right.
weird.
And
I see it all the time where I'll be like,
Yeah, and it gets to the point where like you get to a certain level, and now everybody's friends. But it's like.
but nobody's friends.
Yeah, bullshit. It's
Everybody's friends, but they're not.
Yeah, and I feel like everything happens for a reason, and I mean that's why I'm not like associated super early. I think it's gonna get to that point where it's like, damn, we didn't fuck with him early. But now if we want to fuck with him, we know we got to pay that fee, or not even pay the fee, bro. But it's like it's hard. It's a long line, bro.
Somebody else who wasn't necessarily, back to our conversation earlier, I would say necessarily embraced by LA early would have been Tyler.
Holy shit, Tyler's a good fucking case. He got on, and then it's like,
Just like everyone just forgot, like, dude, he's from LA.
and you think that's gonna happen to me? Look at what I've done. Look at what I've done.
Right.
Where I'm at, and like where the world is right now when it comes to like social media and culture. Think about it, and then look at me, how I look, how I carry myself.
Yeah, I think that could be it. But I do think at the very least, at least sonically, when I hear your records, it gives me West Coast. You know, the BPM. You know, it kind of gives me, okay, this is some West Coast or origined music. As to where I feel like when Tyler first came out, he was making like Yonkers is like fucking 76 BPMs and is like a really dark record, you know. But I'm wondering, have you guys connected? I know you guys were both at the pop out. I don't know if you guys have had any words or chopped it up or crossed paths.
That's one nigga I haven't met, bro, and I feel like I'm supposed to, but I feel like it hasn't happened because it's not meant yet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It'll happen.
Yeah, and I feel like I've talked to people that are like, oh yeah, like you and Tyler would be da-da-da. Like, oh, I know him. Da-da-da. That's I'm like, no, when it's time. You know what I mean?
When it's time, it'll happen.
And when it's time to hit, like when it, you know what I mean? When it's gonna hit, boom. You know, because for me, and I've said this in many interviews. It's like it's not super important to have just the feature, but I want to work with him on production, bro. He plays all his own instruments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, what could that do for me, bro?
Right.
Like, think about how even him, like, he met Pharrell. I've seen that video, and, like, it changed the way he thought about music. Bro, I haven't had that moment yet. I met all these street niggas, but I haven't met somebody that's, like, a genius, a musical genius that, like, may change the way I think and make music. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Everybody wants to, who is niggas taking pictures with? What chain they got? What's this? Bro, let me meet Pharrell. Let me meet Ye. Let me meet Tyler, the Creator. We don't know, you know what I mean?
Right, because you don't know what spark that could create in you.
Especially
because it's in you.
I'm a student of the fucking game.
Right.
These other niggas are just within this shit and they're living it. They're living whatever artist name they are.
Right.
Me, I'm understanding that it's my business and I'm gonna make sure this motherfucker go up as long as I just listen and take shit in. And I listen.
I love that, man.